Joining us today are Elzbieta, Nolan, and Lynda Olson from the Center for Resource Conservation. Welcome to Inside Boulder.
Thank you.
Elzbieta, can you give us a little bit of background on what is the Center for Resource Conservation and what do you do in the community?
Great. Well, first of all, Lynda, Olson, and I are both volunteers who have spent almost a couple of years working with the Center for Resource Conservation, first as pro bono business consultants, and since July of last year as leaders of this initiative. What we were attempting to do with this initiative was to augment the Center for Resource Conservation's mission, which is to conserve energy, water, and to find useful purposes for materials otherwise destined for the landfills. And with our shared love of the arts, we felt that launching a community initiative that would feature and highlight the wonderful applications of discarded materials, we could actually help the Center for Resource Conservation reach out to the members of the community who otherwise would not be as tempted to work with them.
So, Lynda, the CRC, the Center for Resource Conservation, operates the salvage yard, right? And I imagine there are thousands of doors in that salvage yard. How did you guys come up with the idea to repurpose the doors into public art?
We certainly talked about a lot of different options because there are so many things you can do with the materials out at the yard. But doors kind of caught everyone's imagination as a symbol of things that open and close and opportunities and an endless stream of puns, adorable, ambassadors. We've had a lot of fun with that. But it seemed to capture the imagination of artists that we talked to and seemed like a good starting place.
Wonderful. Elzbieta, could you tell us a little bit about how artists were invited or came to participate in the project?
Since both Lynda and I have strong organizational backgrounds, we approached this initiative as a very wide, citywide arts initiative. So we invited arts leaders from the Derry Center for the Arts, BIMOCA, Open Arts, and Eco Arts, and other groups. And we held a very now significant forum on sustainable arts, where we invited artists as well as arts leaders to tell us how to best launch an initiative like this. Not only were they co-authors of the project, but also gave us access to their distribution lists and the artists who work with them, which made it much easier for us to reach the call for entries to the desired target communities. We have been very, very pleased and overwhelmed by the reception, the buzz, and the interest that the artists have shown in this project. And I would probably also suggest that this initiative really is defined as a partnership between the community, the CRC, the artists, but also the businesses as part of the community. And what we really wanted to make this stand on was the assumption that if everybody wins, if art can be placed in unusual spots across the community, if the businesses embrace the idea that arts appeals to the community members and brings business to them, everybody will eventually see the huge benefits. And the artists have responded to that. There are cash prizes, and the competition will reward the most talented entries. And I don't think there is a big secret in saying that it's not easy to make a living being an artist, not only in Boulder, but pretty much everywhere.
So, Lynda, where can the public see these different doors on display?
They will be all up and down a walking and biking corridor from the west end of Pearl Street through the 29th Street Mall. There'll be guide maps in the kiosks and at the Chamber of Commerce, and there'll be a guide map that can be downloaded online. So businesses, the arts centers themselves, all kinds of organizations have opened their doors, so to speak, to have an artist exhibit in their building for about a 5-week period.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Lynda Olson and Elzbieta Nolan about the Center for Resource Conservation's Bold Doors Art Project.